Ladies and gentlemen, Department of Foreign Affairs Spokesperson Angelica Escalona.
Good morning to the members of the Malacañang Press Corps. Upon the invitation of His Majesty, King Norodom Sihamoni, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., and First Lady Luis Araneta Marcos will undertake a state visit to Cambodia from the 7th to the 9th of September. The President and the First Lady will be received by Senate President Hun Sen on behalf of His Majesty. The state visit reciprocates the official visit to the Philippines of Prime Minister Hun Manet in February 2025 and will be the first state visit to Cambodia in almost 9 years. Upon his arrival, the President will meet the Filipino community in Cambodia, most of whom are professionals in the education and service sectors, and honor their contributions to Philippine and Cambodian society. The President will then meet with Senate President Hun Sen and Prime Minister Hun Manet. Apart from reinforcing the long-standing people-to-people ties with Cambodia, the visit of the President is also anchored on key objectives, namely, to diversify trade and economic relations, to strengthen cooperation in addressing transnational crimes, and to seek support for the Philippines' chairmanship of ASEAN in 2026. During the visit, the President will also hold a roundtable meeting with Filipino and Cambodian business leaders to further strengthen trade and investment relations between our countries. The visit is expected to result in agreements and initiatives that will expand cooperation and bring tangible benefits to both Filipinos and Cambodians. It will further affirm the Philippines' dedication to advancing its bilateral interests and connectivity with Cambodia. Thank you.
The floor is now open to questions. First question, Maricel Halili, TV5.
Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, may we know what particular agreements do we expect to be signed and how many agreements?
There are agreements on combating transnational crimes, higher education, and air services.
So, 3 agreements.
So far, 3 po, no?
And may we know kung sino-sino po yung kasama sa delegasyon ng Pangulo?
The President will be joined by the following cabinet officials: Secretary of Foreign Affairs, Maria Teresa Lazaro; Secretary of Agriculture, Francisco Chu Laurel Jr.; Secretary of Trade and Industry, Maria Cristina Aldeguer Roque; Secretary of Migrant Workers, Hans Leo Kakdak; Commission on Higher Education, Chairperson Shirley Agrupis; and of course, PCO Acting Secretary Dave Gomez.
Next question, Job Manahan, ABS-CBN.
Hello po, good morning ma'am. Ma'am, gaano ka-important itong state visit na ito given na this is the first time in 9 years?
Well, very important. Nabanggit ko nga kanina ang 3 key objectives ng state visit na ito. Una is to expand economic cooperation, meaning bilateral and intra-ASEAN trade. Second is yung strengthening cooperation in addressing transnational crimes at kasama dyan ang human trafficking. And finally, we want to seek support for the Philippines' chairmanship of ASEAN in 2026.
Just a follow-up, yung mga issues po ba on scam hub sa Cambodia and at the same time yung state po ng ilang Filipinos there na sabihin natin siguro wala pang mga legal or hindi sila doon nagtatrabaho legally, madidiscuss din po ba ito?
Yes, yes. Dahil importante yan sa Pilipinas, we expect those issues to be discussed during the President's bilateral meetings.
Next question, Let Narciso, DZRH.
Good morning, ma'am. Mayroon pong business meeting si Pangulong Marcos sa mga business leader doon. Ano naman po yung mga inaasahang investments?
Well, we're hoping kasi na makapag-export tayo ng more Filipino products. We're looking at food, beverages, pharmaceutical products. We're also looking at franchising, yung mga Filipino franchises doon. And we hope to have more Cambodian tourists coming to the Philippines and more Filipino tourists going to Cambodia.
Next question, Ivy Reyes, Billionario.
Hi, ma'am. Just a follow-up. What specific developments are we looking at when it comes to intra-ASEAN trade?
Well, in general lang kasi, we just want to see more Filipino products in our fellow ASEAN countries, that is really important. And also, we're looking at possible investments, Philippine companies investing in Cambodia, but I cannot share the details at the moment.
Next question, Christian Yosores, DZMM Teleradyo.
Good morning, ma'am. You mentioned po na isa rin sa inaasahang agreements yung combating against transnational crimes. And last year po, naging center ng balita yung mga Pinay na for surrogacy, no? Kasama po kayo sa mapag-uusapan at ano yung posible pong specific na mapagkakasunduan ng Cambodia and Philippines tungkol po doon?
I cannot share the details of the agreement at the moment, but yes, we can discuss. We expect that various forms of transnational crimes will be discussed. Yung surrogates na pardon na sila earlier this year, and ito namang sa mga human trafficking victims, yung mga nasa scamming operations in mainland Southeast Asia, there is an increase for all of mainland Southeast Asia, hindi lang sa Cambodia. So this is really important for the Philippines, and we do expect this issue to be discussed in the bilateral meetings.
Ma'am, ilan po ang population ng mga Pilipino sa Cambodia ngayon?
Okay. We have 7,500 Filipinos in Cambodia. Most of them are professionals working in the education and service sectors.
Any more questions? I think that's the last question. Spokesperson Escalona, thank you.
Thank you very much. Maraming salamat po.